Hello and welcome back. Small child interruption is done. Right, we are going to go matte to finish up, and we're going to go medium and northeast. This is Patricia Pine, DC. Now, where was I? So I was going to mention, if you'd have Matt has a very distinctive style. If you had blindfolded me and put me on the first tee without seeing who this was, you could have picked Matt's name out pretty instantly, which is a good thing. Like, he has a very typical style. He does this style of course very, very well. So straight away he has kept. I feel like there might have even been water there originally. I can't recall. So there's the elbow down the bottom left-hand corner of the plot. This looks fun. We have all the map bunkers. We can make all the jokes about Royal, Fazio, National, etc. And we will look forward to those. So Matt very much has his signatures, which is both a blessing and a curse. He does lots of things very nicely, but he's also been designing for longer than pretty much any of us, which can make it really hard to kind of do things that are new. That said, this clubhouse looks gorgeous. I like the planting around it. And he does this style, of course, really, really well. I like what you've done with the red canvas walls to just spice up some of the crowd areas. And obviously the water tower, because thank goodness we've got one of those in the game. Oh yeah, but like this was like one of the main things I've been saying on all of these playthroughs is just do simple well. Um, which is a good thing. So we like that. Matt's also annoyingly good at making courses look really pretty without doing very much. So like just simple trees, happy little trees in pairs, and it all just works. So yeah, we have some roads, we have some clubhouses, we have cityscape. Yeah, this one's going to be fun. And this is, I think, our last one, unless I've absolutely missed something. Yeah, I totally feel that. I know the feeling of just wanting to get something out there. Okay, so we're aiming dead towards the water tower for this one. With this driver, I can clear that. Other people might have to lay up in the neck of that fairway. Sightline, as ever, is very, very good. And hopefully, yeah. Okay, so the land moves us all down to this area anyway. No bad thing. A little bit of a pocket in front, pocket there, and some stuff at the back. Well, I presume we have a pin there. I just want a wedge. That looks about right. I like the three bunkers in front. Nice little hazard to hit over. Look at the mow lines on the green as well. Such an amateur. There we go. And slightly dicey little putt. Turn in. Ah, okay. Goal. Correct. Crowds are in a sensible place. Like, oh, okay, 250-yard par three. There we go. Um, all right. This pin has just hit a good shot. I presume we have one here and one here, and I really hope we don't have one here, but we might. Right. Probably would have preferred this from a shorter tee set. I think it looks good. It's a hard enough shot without needing to be 250. Oh, I was trying to power that. We went with the layup. A way of approaching the hole. Damn it. Oh, we're going to drop our first shot. And to be fair, a 260-yard par three is probably the place to do it. Hole three, the Matt Prize dogleg. I'm tempted to play for the car path bounce because you could get pretty close. Okay, the green goes front to back of sorts, at least to this pin. I would have been tempted to widen your fairway even more out here. It just let people play into that angle and then have to deal with the tree a little bit. Just a little more. But I'm going to try and... Oh, friendly bounce. 109. But I think with the angle, it's severe enough. Slow probably doesn't help me. Damn it. It's not happening. Couldn't miss short on that either. Oh, and I'm absolutely hammered that putt trying to put it through the break. Well, at least we hold the comebacker. Best name course in the game. No, I think that was yours. Hey, Pat. Long time no see. Okay, short par 4. Big false front there. Otherwise, we have a tier in the back. Okay. Maybe 396. So I don't. Oh, I'm not even taking driver at the moment. We could try and clear this, but I don't really think I need to. I played yours yesterday. I really enjoyed it. It was a complete fight to try and stay under par. But it was a lot of fun. Seamount was also in the stream, and he sends his love. Come on, off that. Oh, I've left it go long. Disappointing. Okay, well, now we get to tap it down. Tappa, tappa, tappa. See, I like these parts. I think he particularly enjoyed your 296-yard par 3, which is 305 on the card, if I remember rightly. Huh. This is an interesting road, which might have been there on the plot, to be fair. I can't remember. I like this. It makes good use of the out of bounds. It is a violent tee shot. It is an unmapped tee shot. Very like Hogan's Alley. I'm getting a lot of quite friendly bounces. Well, I got a 102. That's not a bad bunker to land in, I think. I would probably prefer if this pin didn't run off at the back. I think the narrow green has probably enough going on. I did need help missing that. That was a terrible bunker shot. Oh, it was trying. Thanks, Daria. Yes. Okay. Number 6. Long par 4. Oh, it's not long. It just feels like it will be because I'm going to have to lay up way out here, right? Oh no, it looks a lot longer than it is. Wrong button. A little choke driver down there. This one sets up nicely. Yeah, and then green that kind of rewards you a bit more for playing to the inside of the dogleg. I like that front bunker. I like how that frames. Oh, we want to be below the hole, so let's just go nowhere near below the hole. Didn't anticipate a fast after a multitude of slows recently. Please hold your line for once. Yay! We made a putt. I haven't really mentioned, but the tournament atmosphere is working really nicely. This feels like the most matte hole to ever have matted. I really like the planting around here and the covered bridge, obviously. And then it's just the giant S around the bunkers. Covered bridge noted. Then on a peninsula, I think one thing I would do is maybe kind of give yourself a little bit. So like you could probably keep the green, like the green slopes kind of to here, and then really dip the land around it down, and you'll see that the ball, when it, first of all, you can put the pins close to the edge, but then when it does start rolling, it really goes. Whereas I think a lot of them would just get stuck a tiny bit off. Sideline's great. All of the bunkers. Oh, there's the fast. That's okay. It's a relatively shallow bunker. I'm not playing an 8-iron splash. But honestly, game, I appreciate that this is not a conventional shot. Wedge pitch. This is. You know how people say the 50-yard bunker shot or 40-yard bunker shot is the worst in golf? In game, it's probably this one. There's just no right answer. Chipping is just still not back with me. Hilariously, I am finding this harder than Pat's. It definitely isn't. Okay, 195. I feel like, am I playing from, yeah, 173 feels like the normal tee set of where you would have designed this from, and then we're playing like a, not a major, but a plat-ish version. That's pretty nice. I will take that. Because, yeah, that feels like pretty exacting. Compared to, I think, where your kind of golf would normally be. Back to even par. Hooray! I can't remember what I finished on Pat's. I feel like it was like -2. Okay. So whilst the fairway's not right next to the water, it essentially might as well be because it's going to bounce on it. Long par 4. Well, this is brutal. I feel like I have to go for it. And I slowed it out of fear. Having had fasts the last couple. Yeah. Well, let's do some hoping. That's a great contact. Oh, there we go. Yeah, elite or easy plat sounds about right. Oh, we're gonna miss the putt though, aren't we? No. What an up and down. I have to say, on these courses, I've hit some absolute worldies. This shapes up really nicely. I like the rocks you've done. The little rock work you've done is lovely. Just enough to tempt me, I think. You know when you know it's a dumb shot, and yeah. I think the slow might just kill it. If it had been a fast, we could have been okay. Go on, kick it in. Oh, I could have just used it. Yeah. This has made me be hoping for something that wasn't there on my shot, but I would have loved that to just feed in if you did hit that neck. It's pretty close to doing it. But then again, maybe that just makes it too easy. Now settle. Hooray! That was a cool tee shot though. Like it was, the angles were tight enough that I felt like I was risking something taking it on. I think maybe this slope is just a touch harsh because I'm not sure we ever really use it. The only way you're going to use it is if you're bouncing off here or chipping from like here. Like, whereas if you flattened it out, you could have a really cool pin behind there. You said the par 3's got easier. I'm not totally convinced I believe you. Hopefully a mix of the draw and the wind just takes a bit of yardage off. Pretty good shot. I mean, I did have the most benign pin on here. I mean, that one can really stretch out, right? That's a further... It's a long green. It's what, 50 feet? 50 yards even? Oh, and just powered it through the break. The green itself is pretty flat. Hey, where are we off to next? I like these bunkers now intruding a little bit more. Surfacing on this one does... Yeah. And that's the Rory interruption. Long par 4, which I feel like we needed. We haven't had one yet. memory. And there's a load of space. Sightline again is good. Oh, why is that leapt out so far right? Damn it. I guess it was on a little bit of a shoulder off that bunker. Now sit hard. Not there with my chipping today. Putting has at least been decent. 13. 682. Okay. The cart path between the fairway and the OB is... I guess it was a choice dictated by this. Yeah, it makes sense. I would love the... Well, then again, you've already done the fairway up against it. So it kind of makes sense. You did that on 3, or was it 2? 2. Okay, and then we choke way down. I like the green site nestled in amongst the trees. That's cool. What's wrong, Roy? Okay. We're nearly through with these children. Okay, we're going to lay back a little. Just because I didn't trust myself hitting that neck. And then we've got the longer shot into here. This one feels like a little bit of a slog. Granted, I did make it longer by laying way back. Oh, I put too much on it. Only a little bit, but it's enough. I thought I finally had a chip as well. Just trying to think what I might have done with that hole. I would have liked to have seen maybe like a Hell's Half Acre or something like that where we totally cut off the fairway. This one works nicely. A little bit of a slope to help us funnel it towards. I think pitching wedge there could be it. Didn't want to push it. It's a nice pretty par 3. This little corner of the property was always somewhere where you would put a par 3 on. Look at the new houses. Okay, 15. Par 5. Oh, right, okay, so this is... I like the joined fairway here. Ooh, green is doing some interesting things. Just about, it's a different one. This is our final one of the stadium contest courses, so enjoy while we have it. I like the boldness of this green. Be a better person, Matty. Okay, let's pop. We've got those 2 little guiding mounds to work all through. So this is going to just about carry all the way there with the wind. I know. It's difficult. The wind should push it just over the false front, and then hopefully the green takes over and feeds it down. I didn't quite get there. Had that. That's almost exactly as I had it imagined. Now it trickles down and goes beyond because I'm rubbish at reading greens. At least for pace. Okay, we've made it to -3. We might beat our score on pat. Okay, blindish sort of tee shot, which I like. We haven't had one of those, and there's no real hazards in the way. It's just a long... Oh, good green again. Simple. Yeah, for pretty much if any of the other kind of participants where I've said stuff about just do simple well, this is a really good course to look at. It's not trying to make every hole do something wild. Well, there we are. Oh. And just like trusting that this is a good solid golf hole that works, which we like. Oh, okay, and then we get the interesting one. Like, you could try and drive it, but you'd be mad to. Or you can play down to here and you get the backstop, which would seem to make more sense. I might have lowered the car park in front of those bunkers. This feels very LACC 6. Come on, grab and pull back. Oh, I thought there was more of a backstop there. Cool concept. Done nicely. Here we are. And then 18. That was a fun hole. Okay, this one's all reliant on the green, really. Feels like a final, like we're finishing with a birdie chance, rather than like a here's a really hard hole, which is a change. Obviously, we are screwing that up, but that's fine. That's a decision. Most TPC closing hole. It really is. Now sit. Whee! Not quite. Do you have a chance at it? Actually, a bad leave. Turn in. Ah. There we go. And that is TPC Royal Fazio National Pines. Right, let's have a little look at it. Patricia Pine. I really enjoyed it as ever. It's just comfy, sensible golf. It is not taking all that many chances, as Matt is well aware. Patricia Pine, sorry. What it does do is it does some really solid golf, and there are some cool holes in there. I really liked 15, 16, 17. I thought was a really strong set in particular. Par threes, I feel like it feels like you're playing one set of tees too far for all of them, which I guess is what we're going for with that. But otherwise, it wasn't too crazy on the difficulty. Yeah, I think just a really good job of routing on that plot, and yeah, as you said, nice way to keep the skills sharp. A lot of fun. But that concludes our stadium design courses. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to message Dario, work out where he's at with it, and then we'll kind of knock up a list sooner or later. There's no